Good afternoon and welcome to day 3 of the Kamui WPA Women's World 9-Ball Championship in the Convention Center at Harrah's Casino in Atlantic City. We have a fantastic match for you between Rubilen AMIT and Seo SEOA. Your referee for this match is Dwayne Payne and the timekeeper Angela Williams. I'm Tony Robles, and joining me for this awesome match is Mr. Keith Paradise. How are you, Keith? Welcome.
I'm doing good, Tony. How are you?
Oh, it's fantastic to have you here with me and doing this, and looking forward to a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament these first couple days. Had a couple upsets yesterday. Today, in my opinion, if you follow professional golf, they say the third day is moving day. And I feel like today's moving day for this event. We started with 32 competitors. We'll be down to 4 by the end of the evening.
Yeah, I got to watch both players playing separate matches, and they're both playing fantastic. So I'm looking for a very close match here, Keith.
I am as well.
Don't know if you had a chance to tune in. She played a hill-hill match yesterday, Rubilen did, and missed a 9-ball hill-hill and banked the 2 rails in the side pocket for the win.
I did see that.
Well, came up dry in the break there. It's interesting because the first 2 days, it was like 99.9% guarantee that you're going to make a ball on the break, and this is the first day where we've had a number of dry breaks come up so far. Okay, that's speed control right there.
What do you attribute that to? That there were so many games in the first 2 days where the wing ball was falling, and now they're struggling with the break?
They were hitting the ball better the first 2 days. This morning, the match that we did, Mark and I, they just weren't hitting the one ball the way the other previous players were in the first 2 days. So I think that has a lot to do with it. Sometimes the conditions change because of the weather, the humidity. So that changes the way the balls break. If it gets a little sticky, the balls stick together, cling on a little longer. So that could affect it as well. Did she commit a foul? Yeah. It looks like she hit something, probably with the bridge. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
She bumped the 6 ball.
She called it on herself. Not surprising. So I had the pleasure of watching this and doing commentary for one of Seo SEOA's matches. And what a wonderful player she is. And of course, Rubilen, a veteran of the game, is the reigning world 10-ball champion. No, a former world 10-ball. I'm sorry, I take that back. I am pretty sure that Chao Che Yu is the reigning world 10-ball champion.
Did some research before the match. Rubilen won the World 10-Ball Championship in 2009 and 2013.
Wow, so twice. That's fantastic.
And then in 2022, she was part of the team that won the World Team Championship over in Austria.
Yeah, she was very happy to win that with her fellow countrymen, so that was special for her. A very nice hit on the 5-ball there. Avoiding the 6-ball. It's going to go 1 rail, play the 7 in the same side pocket.
Really nice hit on that shot.
And we noticed a couple of players are sponsored by LG, which is pretty strong.
Very strong, yes. So it looks like we're going to play the 8-ball into the side and then the 9-ball into the corner from what I'm seeing.
Okay, Seo SEOA draws first blood. Takes a 1-0 lead. So Keith, you and I were talking previously. Tell us a bit about yourself. I remember you mentioning something about you doing stand-up.
Before I started writing for Billiards Digest, which kind of happened completely by accident, I did stand-up comedy for 7 years throughout Northeast. You know, did a lot mostly in Pennsylvania and Maryland, where I live. And as I got more involved in doing pool, that started taking up much more of my time, and I started enjoying that a lot more. So either unfortunately or fortunately, the industry stuck with me now.
That's great. That's great. Great little story there. So you enjoy this, I'm assuming, more than you do stand-up comedy.
It's a lot less stressful.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if that corner ball goes in. Let's see how she hits a 1 ball. Yep, it went straight in.
That 1
Nice
ball's
shot on
dressing
one
up
ball.
nicely.
See, 1 ball got kicked like 3 times. So here she needs to go 1 rail and to the opposite rail. So she has right between the rail and the 4. Hit it beautifully. Left just enough angle to draw right past the 4 ball. And make sure you keep the cue ball away from it and not run into it. Overhit it. Overhit it there for sure. I think she's still in good shape there. She's going to have to go 2 rails now, supposed to 1 rail.
Yeah, she's probably going to end up a little bit more sharp on that 4 ball than she would like.
But she'll take it,
she's
right?
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. I like getting straight or almost straight on the 6 ball here, so that way I can manage position on the 7 better. If not, she might have to go across if she comes short. So I don't know if she can hit this full enough to be able to get the cue ball where she wants to. I think she might be able to, as long as she hits it with soft draw. Yeah, it looks like she can. Because I think she was trying to avoid having to go across the table to play the 7 in the opposite. You see, that's where she's looking at now,
Right.
because she realizes that the table's sliding, so that might be her only option. Key here is to make sure you hit it with enough draw and left to avoid that scratch in the side pocket. Very well executed. Overhit it.
Uh-oh.
Overhit it, yep. See how the draw just took off as soon as it came off the rail? So I don't know if she's just going to go 2 rails and take a longer shot on the 8 ball. She's going to hit this with inside spin and try to almost double the rail. I mean, I don't think you can double the rail for this
extension.
angle. Yeah, she decided to go for the longer shot in the 8. Smart, because she secured the shot, which keeps her at the table.
And it looks like that 8 ball isn't frozen to the rail, which should make that a little bit more simple. It's not an easy shot by any stretch, but a little more simple.
And I'm that player that I like it to be off the rail as well, Keith, because when you're on the rail, there's 2 ways to make the shot, ball first or rail first. And depending which one you hit first changes the trajectory of the cue ball.
On the rail with this one as well.
Yeah, she seems more comfortable elevating and hitting with a little bit of speed.
There you go.
Okay, so Seo SEOA takes a 2-0 lead over Rubilen AMIT, and we are going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back. And we're back. Seo SEOA to break the balls after taking a 2-0 lead against Rubilen. Makes a ball on the break. Does not have a shot on the 1 ball. Might have a billiard on the 3 though. See how she hit the 1 ball slightly to the right and it stopped the corner ball from going in?
You were talking about that last night as well.
I think, yeah, it looks like the 3 is on. Doesn't want to hit it too hard because doesn't want the 1 bouncing off the rail and stopping in front of the 4. Wants to really hit this one lightly. Oh, she missed it. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's probably as surprised as we are. Because right now, Rubilen has an opportunity here, Keith, and she can make that 1 ball and go up and down to the center of the table. Should be in good shape there. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, this looks like a pretty open table for her if she can cut this 1 in, which she did. Let's see where the cue ball winds up. Okay, so she's left herself a long shot on the 2. I would assume she's going down into the corner pocket with this, or do you think she's going to try and cut it in the side?
Yeah, I think she's going to go for the corner pocket so she can have better control of the cue ball. Question is, does she have to stun follow it forward to make sure that she doesn't go in front of the 4? Yep, she stun followed the ball beautifully.
So would you use low left to come out for the 4 ball on the side?
Yeah, correct. Just enough to come off the 2nd rail. You don't want to come off it by too much. Oh, she's going 3 rails. Yeah, if she's going the 3 rail route, she definitely need to hit it with more speed to make sure she came back. But what a great shot that was, though. That was not an easy shot. Definitely hit it with a lot of confidence. Yeah, she's going to have to go off the long rail with low left to spin right past the 5 ball. Doesn't want to end up straight on the 5 ball, though. Maybe next time I'll say it louder so she can hear me.
She doesn't look happy with that because I think she's straight in. She has a bit of a grimace on her face.
Yeah, I don't know if she has enough of an angle where she can cheat or just spin it back. Just take the longer shot. Look how good she hit that ball. Such a great player. I love her game. She's one of my favorite players.
I saw her play at the World Games back in July, and I think she was down 4 racks to Pia Filler and just kept fighting and fighting and fighting and ultimately won out in the end. So she's one of those players that just doesn't quit, you know, regardless of what the score is. And yeah, she's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, there's no quit in her, and she's confident. Very confident player. Very comfortable. And this to get on the board.
2-1.
So it'd be interesting to see how she breaks the balls. Got the legendary referee there, Mr. Dwayne Payne. Always doing a fantastic job. Main referees for this event are Dwayne Payne and John Lehman. We have Miss Angela Williams doing the shot clock. No, we're very excited. I just had the academy that I play out of, the South Day Billiards Academy in Miami, Florida, Cutler Bay. They ordered 2 Predator tables and they installed it about 3-4 months ago. So I get to practice on the equipment when I'm at home. It's pretty sweet.
That's a real benefit.
Okay, let's see how she hits the head ball. And she possesses a great break, Rubilen does. Straight in the corner.
Ball went right in.
And one. She's going to end up with a shot on the one, Keith.
That one ball rolled just enough away from that 8 to give her a clearance for that corner pocket.
Yeah, it's a good thing the 8 didn't stop in front of the 1 either. Now she just draws it between the 6 and the rail. I believe she has a slight angle, just enough to draw it past it, because if not, she might have to draw it to the 4. If she's dead straight, she might have to draw it to the 4. Yeah, it looks like she might be dead straight. If she uses a 4 as a stopper, she has to hit it perfectly, like dead straight. I didn't even have to do that. That's great. People don't realize how tough that shot is.
Well, she had a window of maybe, what, 4 inches to squeeze that into.
A lot of times people don't realize just how tough that shot really is.
And now it looks like she's straight on the 2. And there's not much wiggle room there either, although, yeah, she's just going to play a stop shot.
Yeah, her control is so great, I won't be surprised if she draws back and gets dead straight or almost dead straight on the 4. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
She hit that way too hard. Is she going to end up behind the 7? Oh, unfortunately for her, she wound up behind the 7.
Behind the 7 and on the rail.
Wow, she hit that hard. That's kind of the crazy thing about this game, Keith. If you actually intentionally, purposely try to draw that ball exactly where she did to end up behind that ball, you can do it. You can do it. That's what makes this game so incredible. Well, all you can do is accept the fact that you got out of line, do the best that you can with what you have in front of you, and stay focused. But I definitely believe she should go for this. She can't scratch in the corner if she hits a cue ball, at least by the center or below, and she can't scratch in the lower right-hand corner because she would run into the 6 or the 8 before she does that. So good things can happen from this one if she pockets it. Oh, wow. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Boom. Still a good hit. Still a good hit.
And didn't exactly leave her an easy shot either.
No. He said, oh, I planned that all along. That's funny. Reminds me of a shot I shot years ago, similar to that one. I missed the entire ball, went 3 rails, and cut it in the same side that I was trying to make it in.
Counting 3 rails. Oh, where's that going to wind up?
Oh, she's not going to be happy with this.
So I get the feeling both of these players are struggling with getting the speed of this table down early on.
Yeah, the speed and the slide. He's going to try to put her behind the 9. And the 6 by the top. Oh, she's not going to be happy with this. I think maybe what she was trying to do there, if I had to take a guess, she was trying to get a little more draw to hit the short rail to place a cube underneath the 7. And believe me when I tell you, Rubilen is extremely happy to be back at the table after that position error on the 4 ball. Because that could have cost her dearly. Would have been down. Big difference between 3-1 and 2-2. What do you say, Keith?
Very much so. That overrun on the 6 ball position was the very definition of an unforced error. I mean, she had pretty good shape, and all she had to do, the main thing to me, oh,
wow. Look at I can't believe what I just saw. Wow. It's almost as if, okay, let's take a look at that one. So like she maybe 2-stroked that? Is that what it was? She 2-stroked it? And that's the thing. My coach always told me, when you made the 3, you gave her respect. When you made the 4, you gave her respect. When you missed the 7, you disrespected it. By not giving the same amount of respect, you wound up missing it. It's so easy to take a shot for granted. Ooh, she almost She would have ran into that 9-ball dead foot. She would have been in a lot of trouble there.
My experience is it's not easy to draw out of or hit a draw shot when the cue ball's in the jaws of the corner pocket.
Yeah.
Depending on how the cue ball reacts off the rail.
Overdraw? Overdraw?
I think she's okay.
Yeah, she's good. Wow. Nice shot. Yeah, Rubilen's not happy right now with that.
With the way this match has gone in the early stages, I can't tell if she meant to get that close or if it just kind of happened that way.
Yeah. We're going to go for a quick 2-minute break, and we will be right back. Okay, we're back. Scores now: Seo SEOA 3 and Rubilen AMIT 1. Fortunately for Rubilen, she missed a routine 7-ball the previous rack, which gave Seo the opportunity to take a 3-1 lead. Let's see how she hits this 1 ball. She actually hit that pretty good, and it didn't. The corner ball didn't go in, but fortunately for her, she still made a ball.
Got a nice shot here on the 3. The 4 ball is gettable with some draw. She seems to be in good shape for this rack. That,
Yeah, it's
that
just
8 and 5 being tied up might cause a little bit of problems, but not much.
Main thing here is pocket that 1 ball, right, Keith?
Yes.
Go maybe 1-2 rails. Unless you're going to slow roll it and go past side pocket. No, she's going to go 2 rails.
I'm thinking ahead to the 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
Thinking that the 1 was just rudimentary.
Yeah, no, that's not an easy shot in the top of, but she apologized to Rubilen right away for getting lucky. She didn't leave Rubilen an offensive opportunity there.
She does have a window where she can see it.
She's going to try to leave the cue ball behind the 5 and the 8, but she has to make sure she hits it with enough speed to get there because of the fact that 1's coming to this side of the table.
There? No, she's not.
Still not an easy position shot. It looks like she has a thick hit on the 1 ball. She can hold the cue ball there and shoot the 3 in the upper left-hand corner pocket, then she has a chance. Nice soft roll. Very nice.
If she can execute these shots, she has what appears to me to be a pretty decent roadmap to get out.
Yeah, the key here is getting on the left side of the 5 ball. Because if you end up on the right side, you have no choice but to run into the 8. That might put a stop to your run. So this is going to be the key shot here. She has to hit it with enough. You see, she knows she has to leave it on the left side of the 5. So the question is, can she spin it enough to get past the 8 and end up, because she hits it, if she can hit with left spin and avoid running to the 8, then that's a shot. Oh, she hit it. She hit it too thick. She hit it too thick, and by doing that, the object ball absorbed most of the cue ball's energy.
Now, is that
slowing it down?
Is that being too focused on the position on the 5 that you don't hit the 4 correctly?
Yeah, it could be a lack of confidence with the speed too. Some players, you know, if you have a lack of confidence, your subconscious mind takes over and makes you do funny things.
She has a natural safety here.
And hit it well.
Yes. I would assume Rubilen's going to go 1 rail into the 5.
I think she's thinking of going 1 rail and banking the 5 ball possibly near the 8 and having the cue ball go 1, 2 rails underneath the 9. Potentially maybe even banking the 5 more or less where it's at now. But the main thing is trying to lead the cue ball underneath the 9. I don't think she wanted to hit it that thick, but she got it. Watch, I thought she was going to end up hitting with more speed to bring the 5 back up, but I kind of like that little crafty shot that she came up with there. It's trying to hit it thinner than that. She was trying to hit it thinner than that to place a 5 ball by the first diamond. Because she hit it thinner, the cue ball would have gone lower, and then the 5 would have been right in front of the 9.
So how do you get out of this if you're Seo?
You know, believe it or not, I used to practice this shot a lot. I would sometimes kick it 1 rail, hitting the bottom rail and into the 5. Just a small little tap. Because it's very tough to get out of this position right here.
That's what she's aiming for. It looks like bottom rail.
Just a small little tap and hopefully maybe put her behind the 5. I mean the 7. But it's the safest way, because even if you leave a cut shot, you still have an awkward angle to get to the 6. Nice little touch there. See if Rubilen tries to put her behind the 9. Yep, she tried to put her behind the 9, but the main thing is she hit it with enough speed to stop the 5 by the top rail, which was very smart, and that's what I spoke to Mark. When you're playing safeties like that, Keith, you either focus on the speed of one ball or the other. If you focus on the speed of both balls, that's when you end up screwing up the shot. Very nice.
Having that 6 ball down there helped too,
Yeah.
and able to stop the 5 and keep it pinned on that rail.
Now Rubilen's going to have to try to put her behind the 6 ball. Make sure that you don't run into the 8 and give her an easy hit. I think did she double hit that? Can we take a look at that again? I'm not sure. It almost looks like she got a double kiss off the 5. Yep, she got a double kiss on the 5. That's why the cue ball lost some speed there. Now she's going to play return save probably behind the 6 ball. Well, at least that's what the goal was. But look, again, she focused on the speed of the 5 too. Well, mostly on the 5, and that's why it's on the bottom rail. Wonder if Rubilen is going to go for this. Nope, she's just going to separate them. And that's a higher percentage shot. She hit that so great. The reason I suggested she might go for it is because the past couple of days, these ladies have been very aggressive with those cut shots, and they've been making them.
And leaving the the cue ball where it is in front of that 9 takes away the angle for any potential bank shot into the side.
Nicely done. She still might be able to see enough of the 5 ball to put it in front of the 9 ball again. So almost leaving her in an identical position as the previous shot.
Leaked out a little bit more this time.
Getting some deja vu here, huh? So she's going to probably try to do the same thing, but this time hopefully hit it with a little more speed to make sure she doesn't let her see the 5. Oh, she went for the bank.
She did go for the bank.
Oh, wow, look. It paid off for her.
Oh.
She lucked the ball in. I did not think she was going to go for that bank.
No easy task here.
Over here, you just got to make the ball and stop. You can't do anything fancy here. No draw, no follow. Just stop it. See, this one, I think she needs to hit with high right, go 3, possibly 4 rails. Even if she doesn't end up with the 8 ball on the side, in the side pocket, she still has the 8 ball in the same corner as the 7.
Looks like that's what she's aiming to do.
Did she get there, though? Did she get there enough to where she can cut in the side?
Not enough to cut into the side.
Yeah.
She has a cut into the corner. The side pocket comes into play a little bit, but not enough that I think it's a factor.
See Mark White in the background over there. Mark will be back here in the booth at 4 p.m. with a guest commentator to start the single elimination last 16 round. Went for a bank there. I like that she drew the ball back to the bottom rail, though. I like that. So Mark will be here at the booth, 4 p.m. to start off the single elimination last 16, which will be races to 9 from this moment forward. Or from that moment forward. So looking forward to some longer races now. Now Rubilen here, she has to make a decision and stick to it. If she decides to pocket the 8 ball, I don't think you really need to hit this hard. Just pocket it and take, even if you have to cut the 9 ball backwards. I think you decrease the chances of making the shot. What do you think, Keith?
I was going to ask you a question. Going back to Seoa's shot where she tried the bank and left this shot, do you think it was more about her trying the bank or more about her drawing that cue ball back and pinning it on the rail and playing the safe?
I think it was more about playing the safe, which is probably why she missed the bank. Nice little cross bank there. Very nice.
Now this shot leaves you some options. Would you go for the bank on this one?
I asked Steve Miserak this years ago when he was still alive, and he said when the shot is, when the safety is as tough as a shot, go for the shot. See, I don't think that was a correct shot right there at all. Because if it's just too tough. It's too tough to play a successful safety there. I feel like if I'm playing baseball, I want to go down swinging, not on a call 3rd strike.
Right. And really, the natural bank I felt like was there to do the table length bank shot. So now let's see if Rubilen can make her pay for that leave that she's left her.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to miss that. Yeah.
She was reaching.
Yeah. Well, Mark and I were talking about that the last couple of days, how many shots were missed when they decided not to use the bridge. They were using the extension because they had a longer bridge because of it. And so far, things aren't going right for Rubilen here. We're going very right for Miss Soa. We are going to take a break, and we will be back in 2 minutes. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. Rubilen decided to take a bit of a break there, which is probably a smart thing to do at this point of the match. Mr. Keith, you have some updates for us?
While we have a break in the action, we can update you on some other scores around the room. Jasmine Ocean 3-1 over Caroline Powell currently. Christina Tkach and Ho Yun Chen tied 2-2 at the moment. Woo Jin Lee currently has an early 2-1 lead over Karen Kaur. And Chihiro Kawahara leads Kristina Zlateva 3-2. And those are some scores from around the room this afternoon here at Harrah's Resort and Casino in Atlantic City.
Thanks for the update, Keith. So, Keith, what's next for you?
After that update, I think news, weather, and traffic. I have a couple things to work on for Billiards Digest, and then I will be making my way out to Vegas for the World 10-Ball Championships. We'll be missing my wife's birthday to attend the World 10-Ball Championships, so that's going to,
well, happy birthday to the boss anyway.
It's going to be on you while I'm out there to remind me to send flowers to her work.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Okay, Rubilen is back. Break for Miss Soa. Let's see if that corner ball goes in.
No, but the one ball cut into the side.
Mm-hmm. She made 2 balls on the break.
And the 2 ball dressed up. So given how this match has gone, I'm not going to jinx them and say it looks really good.
Yeah, we use the commentator's curse so many times. That's sports for you, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to be happy with this one, but she might have to squeeze between the rail and the 7, unless she shoots it in the opposite corner and then goes past the side pocket slightly past the 8 ball. That's what she's looking at.
Yeah, because doesn't the corner pocket come into play for the cue ball if she goes in this pocket that's nearest to her?
Yeah, I think she might go 4 rails here, Keith. Maybe she's either going to hit it soft or going to hit it hard. Went for the soft hit. Oh, she overcut it, though. And she scratched.
So let's see if Rubilen can capitalize on this opportunity.
Yeah, you can tell. You can see the excitement on her face. She's thrilled to be back at the table.
She also hit that one with what looked like a lot of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, now she might have to end up shooting over the ball. That was
Yeah.
a bit careless there. And it's not like Rubilen to get careless like that.
And another situation where she is going to have to reach on a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw how that worked out for her last time, so let's see what happens here.
I like coming off the second rail here.
Nicely done.
So let's see, she's going to hit this at 5. I think she's going to hit with low right. Come off the long rail and then back to the other side of the table. Very nice. Very nice. All right.
Nice reaction. Nice response.
Okay, so now she's back on the board again. We are at 4-2 with Rubilen getting ready to break again. I mean, no, SEOA broke before.
Right.
And as I said before, you can see the excitement on her face when she saw she got an unexpected turn at the table.
Well, yeah, SEOA had the opportunity to make it 5-1. And as we said after the break, she had a pretty decent layout in order to do that. And then that 3 ball cost her. Both missing it and then also obviously scratching in the side pocket. So I would say this rack is crucial.
Oh, yeah, this is massive right here.
Because you don't want to go down 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the break.
She's been pretty good about making that corner ball for most of the tournament. And she hit the 1 ball a little bit to the right, but managed to make 2 balls on the break anyway. Watch its 5 ball, how it banks 1 rail to the side pocket. It's been consistent all day long. Look at that, just spins inside there. That's why yesterday Kelly Fisher made 4 balls on the break like 2 or 3 times. She will make that was one of them.
Is that in the match where she won 7-0?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been playing really well for the past 2 years.
I would even go as far as to say she's been playing really well her entire career.
Yeah.
I was just joking around, but yeah, but
I know.
There's a lot of truth to that.
But I just did a story. Billiards Digest named her the Player of the Year for last year. Since the pandemic, when everything has gone back to play, she's won 10 women's events since 2021 and a gold medal at the World Games.
That's amazing. That's
so
just amazing.
She's been on a heck of a tear. And she injured her hand.
Yeah.
Broke a bone in her bridge hand before the Predator event in Austria last year.
And didn't she, like a couple of years ago, have a major surgery or something?
Double mastectomy, I believe it was.
It's going to go for the 9 ball here, Keith. She was looking to shoot a 1-9 combo kick. Rubilen has a nice angle here too. Well, maybe too much of an angle. No, that's a good angle right there. Very good angle. Went a little too far, but I think she's fine. She's going to play the combo. If she ends up where she can hit the ball straight enough to where she can shoot a stop shot on the 3-ball, 3 will go across to the other corner pocket. That's the easiest way to play the combo while in the open position on 3-ball.
I'm guessing she wanted to be a little bit closer to that 3-ball.
She's going to draw it back just a little bit. No, she decided to go back. Okay, nothing wrong with that.
She's in good shape.
And she's hitting the ball with confidence. You know, even though she's a former World 10-ball champion, who doesn't want to win another World Championship in a different discipline, right?
Absolutely.
So she's always in the hunt. Did she hit it with enough speed to get down there? Did she? Oh, I don't know. She's going to be happy with this. See, this is why I always say when you shoot a shot like this, you not only have to hit it with enough spin to make sure you get past the 9-ball, but you should always hit that with enough speed to make sure that you come off that bottom rail, Keith. Because once you come off that bottom rail, you're guaranteed not to be frozen to it or run into the 9 the way she did. It's a decent kick shot. I'm expecting her to make it. But there's no guarantee that she's going to end up getting perfect position on the 9-ball. Let's see. Yep, she got it. What a fantastic shot that was.
A very nice recovery.
Way to go, Rubilen. And this to make it 4-3, come within 1, and breaking the balls.
You mentioned something earlier that she's stroking the ball confidently. How crucial is that in not just a pro game, but also amateur players, that when things aren't working well for you, you need to still have a confidence to what you're doing?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with, you ever hear of the expression, fake it till you make it?
Yes.
Even if you're not feeling it?
You've pretty much described half my life, but yes.
Yeah. You have to really look confident because you're not only trying to convince your opponent that you feel comfortable and you're up to par, but you're convincing yourself, which is the most important thing. And when I'm struggling, I had the tendency to let go of mistake immediately and just stay focused on the next one. I said, the past does not equal the future. Let me do the best of that with what I have in front of me. So yeah, it's very, very important to make sure that even if you're not feeling it, you fake it till you make it. You keep shooting every shot with confidence because that's part of your belief system. And the more you end up believing in your ability, the easier it becomes because it becomes a part of who you are as a player.
Not much there that she needs to fake. She made 3 balls on the break.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, she didn't end up with an easy shot.
She did not leave it,
Might be able to bank this, Keith. Might be able to bank it and stun follow the cue ball in front of the 3 just in case it doesn't go in.
Yeah.
You know, the other option is just to hide her behind the 3. But I won't be surprised if she tries to bank this and stun follow through.
A lot of options here for sure. That's what she's doing.
Oh, she came a little long on that one, but did she get fortunate?
No. Looks like she has.
Did she get lucky?
Looks like that 2's makeable from where I'm sitting.
And that's the thing with those banks. You know, you're trying so hard to play the safe that you underhit the bank and gave the ball a chance to slide and open up the angle, where if she would have hit it with more speed, that wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have been the case. Nick Varner taught me many years ago when I lost a hill match to him, 11-10, when I tried to shoot a combo 2 to the 9 that was a little off angle, and I missed a combo because I was focused on leaving the cue ball behind another ball, which I failed to do, and then left him the combo instead. He said, "You played not to win." I said, "What do you mean I played not to win?" He said, "By that I mean you have to commit to one shot or the other. You can't think of both trying to make the 9 and playing safe. You either go for the shot or you go for the safe. Never forgot that lesson.
Well, Seoa appears clear of any obstacles here. 6 ball hanging in the jaws, 8 near the side.
Did she overhit that? No. No, she's good. She's good. She can go right underneath the 9, come off 2 rails. Even 3 if she really wanted to. Yep.
Perfect on that 9, so. Rubilen tries the bank. It didn't go. Seoa makes her pay. And instead of a tie match, it's 5-3.
5-3, and we will be back in 1 minute.
Out of my pocket.
And we're back. Okay, let's see if that 8 ball goes 1 rail into the side pocket. It did, and so did the 1 ball.
Looks like the 2 ball will go into the side.
Look at that 8 ball, just spin. Spin into the side pocket. 1 ball went straight in, I think, right? Did it?
Yeah. Wing ball fell, the 1 ball cut into the side, and then that 8 ball, as you were talking about before, just banked naturally right into the side pocket.
Yeah. Wonder if she can go between the 9 and the 3 here. She hits us with soft enough draw. Might be able to bend the ball a bit. Oh, she went right in between the 3 and the 4. Okay, very nice shot. Nice little slow roll here.
I was going to say.
A little bit of right to hold it. Can always go 2 rails. It all depends, but I kind of think that it depends a lot on your confidence level, number 1, and number 2, the angle. You know, a couple of them have tried that shot before on this table, and they wound up overrunning it, so they're using the 2 rail method now, which is smarter.
Right. So 4 in the side, and I would assume she's coming 3 rails for the 5 ball?
Correct. Now 2 rails to the center of the table. Good thing about this shot, Keith, it doesn't matter where you end up on the 6. If you're dead straight, you draw straight back. If you're on one side or the other, you play the 9 in one pocket or the other. So it's really tough to go wrong with position as long as you get to the center of the table.
Which she did. So just 1 rail down for the 9, and it's going to be 6-3, barring any interruptions. It's 6-3. So Seoa is on the hill, while Rubilen probably sits and thinks about the missed opportunities that she had in this match that she couldn't capitalize on.
Because she definitely had some.
Especially early on. As we see the Predator pool table being used in this event. Using Predator balls and the Predator rack as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I love the LED lights.
I was just going to say, I love those neon lights under the table. And we color coordinated it with the border going around. Corner ball fell.
One rail
There's
back.
that.
It's like automatic, right? Almost every time. She hit the one on the left side and it's still winning. Look at the 5-ball. Just spin-a-roni. It spun off the rail. Just gives it that natural spin. And she has an excellent shot on the 1 ball.
Excellent shot on the 1 ball. The only problem here possibly is that 9 and that 7 that are tied up. Looks like the 7 goes into the opposite side corner.
And if it does, she's probably going to end up running out.
Now, we have to be careful saying that because it seems like every time we've said that this match.
Well, I mean, she has a couple of options. You know, if she got the 4 to the 6 is a joke. So if it goes, she goes 2-3 rails for the 7. If not, she can play the 7 in the upper right-hand corner pocket. Worst case scenario, if she doesn't have either or not even the side pocket available, she could just stick her behind the 9 and play it safe.
Right.
So a lot of great things can happen from that position due to the fact that it's so easy to get from the 4 to the 6 to get on the correct side of the 6.
And yeah, she has a natural angle for that 6. Really, the only thing she needs to do is pocket the ball.
Overcut that one a bit, but she's still in great shape here.
Made that one a little bit interesting.
Very, very well controlled there.
Very nice. Very nice. Which answers the question I asked in the beginning of this rack, which was that does that 7 go into that corner? And clearly it does.
And this is for the win, but unfortunately, if Rubilen loses, she is officially out of the World 9-Ball Championship.
Out of the tournament, but she's going to have one of the most memorable shots of the tournament with that winning 9-ball that she made a couple nights ago. Where she missed it completely, and then it went 2 rails into the side. The look on her face was every emotion all at once.
Well, for the win for Miss SEOA. And Miss SEOA wins. Rubilen is out. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. Mark White will be back at 4 o'clock starting the single elimination last 16 final rounds, which will be races to 9. Keith, it was a pleasure having you in the booth with me. Thank you for taking the time to do this commentary with me for this match, and I look forward to some more in the future.
Yeah, let's do it again real soon, Tony.
See you later.